Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. All right, so I'm seeing Balaji, Sibiaditan, Guru Prasanna, Kalpita, Mohit, Siddharth, Vanilla, Anjana, Vitashri, and Kiran.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sibiaditan.
Good evening, Sibi.
Good evening, Sibi.
Good evening, Sibi.
Good evening, Sibi.
How are you, Sibiaditan? How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay. All right, boys and girls. So Sanjay Bhaskar is here. Sanjay, which team? He's at your team. So Sanjay Bhaskar is here, and he is. Yeah. So yeah. Good morning, Anjana. Good evening, Sanjay. Hi. Okay, so Sanjay will be part of Team Balaji, and Balaji's team have been doing a presentation. And the presentation was, for almost about 15 minutes, if I'm right. Almost about 15 minutes and 43 seconds, and they still have 20 minutes. Siddharth?
Yes, sir.
How was the camp? Was it good?
The camp was pretty good, sir. Except like it rained a few days, like a few kind of thunderstorms, kind of rains.
All right. So that's also a part of training. Okay, fine. All right, so boys and girls, we have a few changes over here in this line of attendance. Mohit Sandhu Kumar, he's already his last week of the training program because the summer is going to get wrapped for those people. So far, the US batch has been enjoying the summer, and Mohit is having his academic classes starting from the month of August. August 1st week, the election is coming. August 1st. So with effect from August 2nd, Mohit will not be present. He will not be attending any more classes. So this is the last week. So which... Good evening, sir. Good evening. So which clearly puts me in the command of asking the US batch people. How many people? Kiran, Vitashri, Vanilla, Purna Advait are yet to join. So, how long do you have in the summer?
Sir, I have until August 11th, sir.
Sir.
So, Vitashri, Kiran, it's only till August, August mid, the summer?
Yeah, August
Yes,
11th is when school starts.
Oh.
Last year, for them, it started on August 9th, the when you switched to the month.
I thought we have this access till September. Okay, right. Then? Phone வந்து ஏதோ கீழே போட்டு உடைச்சாங்க கீழே போட்டு இல்ல அது போன் உடைச்சிட்டு அப்படின்னு கேள்விப்பட்டேன் உடஞ்சிச்சு இங்க கீழே போட்டு எட்டாக்சைட் ஃப்ளோர் இதுல வந்து கீழே போட்டா உடையும் அதாவது பைகாஸ்ல வந்து இதுவும் இருக்கு சோ நான் சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டே பேசுறதுக்கு என்ன காரணம்னா ஐ வாஸ் வெரி ஹாப்பி நியூஸ் உங்க அம்மா வந்து உனக்கு வேற போன் வாங்குறதுக்கு என்கிட்ட ஐடியா கேட்டிருக்காங்க இங்க போன் கீழே விழுந்து நீ உடச்சிருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறதுனால எம்எஸ் ஈவினிங் செஷனுடைய சாயிலே அந்த இல்லடா இங்க நீ போட்டது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிராடா அங்க போய் உங்க அம்மா வந்து போட்டுருக்கிறது செகண்ட் நீ போட்டியா நோக்க போட்டு அதான் இதுவும் பைலஸ் போன வச்சு கேட்ச் இல்லடா let me give you the glorious news all of us are the place is so okay பைலஸ்ல அல்ல தரமான சம்பவம் நீங்க வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் பிளான் சார் அவங்க நேரா சிஸ்டம் போட்டாங்க your mom you one family into one house bylaws applicable for only people bylaws applicable not for your mother man it's only for you man and if it is applicable for your father that is also applicable for you man so ladies and gentlemen the bylaws impeachment by Dakshin Siddharth is going to give him a historical slump in the running.
Congrats, Anna.
Well done, Taxi.
All right, so Team Balaji, come on, line up. And I want the team Gatika to sit here. Move your chairs and sit towards her. So make sure people 6:30 is our timeline, and after that I am shifting towards Mr. Ramakrishnan's session.
Sir, I'm not going to extend for you,
Ramakrishnan. Thank you. Balaji, yes, what is it?
Sir, can you give a recap of what happened yesterday, sir?
இல்ல அவன் கேக்குறான் நீ குடுக்குறியா நான் நான் என்ன குடுக்க சொல்றடா
Sir, no, sir. About our presentation, sir. About recap, sir. What happened in our presentation, sir?
ரீகேப் தானே டுவர்ட்ஸ் எண்ட் அஞ்சனா ஸ்லைட பார்த்து படிச்சா அதுக்கு அப்புறம் வெனிலா வந்துட்டு 5 நிமிஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் பதில் சொன்னா இதெல்லாம் இதுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு ரீகேப் சரி as a leader you can give it okay right ready all right jokes up look alive okay Balaji you can give a recap and start come on.
Okay, so recap. So what happened thus far in our presentation is that each and every one of us try to give solutions for the minor problems for person 1, person 2, person 3, and so on and so forth. And let us see the result of the person getting the solutions and how the major problem should be solved. So over to the next person.
Okay, so as Balaji mentioned, it was actually 15 minutes and 43 seconds, and now I'm going to resume the time. Ritanitish and Vishnupriya are here, and they are going to resume. Remember, the random questioning will continue. 3, 2, 1, go.
So now Venla will conclude this question. Venla, go ahead.
Could you repeat that, please? It's kind of glitching for me.
You're going to continue your part. You're going to be 6%, Venla.
Hey, 1 second.
I might be leaving by 16:25. I'm sorry, 6:25 because 18:25. I don't like the shirt, so for the Google Meet, I'm going to change the shirt. So I'm going to ready for it.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
the 6th person, we can give him some sort of therapy, or we can let him talk, or he can talk to his friends, and his friends can help him expand his comfort zones.
Screen share. Isashri, share the screen, please.
Okay, sorry, sir.
So the 7th person would be committed with us.
You have 20 minutes and 1 minute elapsed already.
That's the
Can you see my screen? No?
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hitashi.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
we are seeing your screen.
Okay. So the 7th person is a person who's very victory oriented and who only really focuses on like getting victory. And so this basically what this means is that this person is okay with letting his comrades die if he in order to win the war. And this could actually ruin his like army's chances of actually winning, because teamwork is very important, and if this person is just okay to do whatever he wants, just in a way like thinking that he will win the war if he does this and just forget about his comrades, then it's just going to ruin his chances of actually winning the war. So this person should change his attitude about what victory is, because I feel like victory would be like everyone came out alive on your side. That's like a victory. And so this person 7 should try to learn that and understand that what he's doing is not right. And the next person, well, we already did person 8 last class, so um,
All right, well explained, Vidashri. Now, the next person.
Sir, person 8 update already explained, sir. So now I will just explain the management problem, sir, and everyone has given the solution, sir. So the management problem that the team has given us is we have to handle the soldiers who are demotivated, sir, and winning the war is the second part of it, and the third part is gaining the victory for the sake of the soldiers, sir. And the fourth part is helping the soldiers with their emotional and physical problems, sir. And the last part is financial help for the boys' families, sir. So this is what they have mentioned, sir. So each of us, if they have solutions for this, will be giving, sir. First, we'd like to ask you, so if you have any solutions for this, you can go ahead with it. Then we can. And sir, so the first one is like handling the soldiers who are demotivated, and the fourth one is helping the soldiers with their emotional and physical problems. We have already given the solutions for it, sir. For each person, we have given the solutions, sir. So that two parts are over because they have already given it.
Okay, so then I think technically you are coming to the
Yes,
close.
sir. Winning the war, gaining the victory, and the last one, financial help. So that for these three, we will be giving the solutions.
Yeah, Balaji, your hand is raised. Yes.
So I want to add a point. So for winning the war, so we can give them like a self motivation in them, and they can like they can be brave, and they can fight towards the nation. Even if they lose their lives, they can have their like say like so for the risk of the sources we are motivating them, we are making the statement as a warrior never goes down without a fight. So this is one of my.
Okay, so can I tell you?
Yeah, quick.
So my purpose is like combining the winning the war and gaining the victory for the sake of the soldiers. Sir. So my idea is like actually they are time traveling from the future to the past. Sir. So for winning the war, like the friend of Ram is out of our creativity, sir. Like the person, this Ram's friend is a son of an Indian soldier in the future, sir. So he would in future it would be very advanced. There will be more advanced technology, and he has also trained Ram's friend like that, sir. Father. So when he comes, Ramkumar gets an idea like he's asking him to say some ideas, new ideas for them so that they would be the advanced more than the enemies. So if they are advanced, they would definitely will be able to win the war. So if they do this, the mostly the winning the war and gaining the victory for the sake of the soldiers, both are similar. So if we give and after they are giving the solution for each person, they have come up with all the problems that they have had. So now if we give them more ideas for in like for an Indian soldier, they will definitely be more superior than the enemies and others. So if they lead the battalion, they will definitely win the war. So that is my idea. Within these class.
All right, so they still have about say 10 minutes time. Yeah.
Sir,
I don't think they will be prolonging till 10 minutes. In a while, it will be finished, and then quickly we shall go for the second and final layer marks for Team Balaji, and then we'll straight away jump into Team Kalpita's presentation, which should be finished today. Huh? Important, that's yeah, quick.
Sir, and I'm explaining the large science problems. Sir, I'm helping them with their
financial problems, sir. And I asked a doubt to Mitra, sir, and he said that they have because helping the boys is from the future and from the old past, sir. So I asked her, and she said the soldiers, sir. And so after that, I got ideas 2 and 3 are they helping to win the war, sir. And I just included that. As they are winning the war, sir, they just ask the government, and because of these 8 soldiers, as the friends came to the pastor, so they help the soldiers to win the war. So the 8 soldiers are the main people who made whole India proud. So and because of them, the whole government is very happy and whatever they ask, they will be giving it. Because of them, only the India is proudly standing on the top. So and because of that, they could just ask the government for the financial problems and they could just solve it. And I also thought of a smart background cost idea. So which is they in the childhood they 8 members were they go to the childhood friends and after that they 8 members have also got the same dream to become an Indian soldier and help the country. Sir, and due to some problems they were not good friends after due to some problems. But after they gone also they had the same aim to become a soldier. And after that they meet at the training grounds. After they qualified as a soldier and the 8 of the members meet at the training grounds. And after that they become friends and due to the long time without seeing so because of that everyone got some problems. Because of some they got the problems and after that we are coming in to help them.
Okay. Nice explain. Very well done, Mr. Nitish. Good job. All right, come to the conclusion.
Well done.
Yes, Vidashri, you have something to say? Or just thank you?
No, sir. Well, am I supposed to do the ending?
You have anything to say towards the ending? That's what I'm asking.
No, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you.
So thank you so much for listening to our presentation patiently. It was a very nice storyline team, Kalpita. We really enjoyed preparing for this, and we had lots of brainstorming ideas for all the solutions that we made. So in this presentation, everyone's idea is covered. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
All right, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Kalpita.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, team.
Well done, Team Balaji.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so the team has finished. Today they have taken 10 minutes and 35 seconds in total. Yesterday, about 15 minutes. So it's about 26 to 27 minutes. This time I'm going to give for 15. This time I'm going to give for 15. So, comprising of everything. So we'll start.
I think Vikash is speaking.
Vikash is speaking to her housemates, not to us.
Can I come there, sir?
Yeah. So I'm going to give the final marks for Team Balaji in the second round before we go to Team Kalpita. 35 minutes is the total time for Team Kalpita and not even a single second beyond that.
Okay,
So 35 minutes. 35 minutes was to get it. We have 26 minutes. They have start 9 minutes. So 9 minutes anyway. And the 9 minutes will be ready. And the 9 minutes how?
Ready? No.
Paga. First is the முடிக்கலாம். First is the That's okay with us, fine. All right. Ukar, face Ukar. Balaji has scored 40 out of 50.
Thank you, everyone.
Well done.
Ritin has scored 42 out of 50.
Well done, Ritan.
Very well done,
Well
Ritan.
done. Well done, Ritan.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Vishnu Priya has scored 44 out of 50.
Well done.
Well done, Vishnu.
Vidashri has scored 40 out of 50.
Well done, Vidashri.
Well done.
40 out of 50. 40. Vanilla has scored 38 out of 50.
Well done, Vanilla. Well done,
Well done,
Vanilla.
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 Yeah, I'm coming to that. And I gave the mark for Anjana yesterday.
Yes.
Anjana was not speaking today. Advait is absent today. Technically speaking, I can give minus for the team for the absence. By the way, in Team Kalpita, Puna is absent today. Prisha is absent today. We will speak about all that a little later. But I would like to give the last factor for Team Balaji for the wonderful PPT presentation by Vidashri. So a 25 marks added for PPT.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well done, team.
So that's it. I don't have any other scope for giving the marks.
Sir, total are 380.
Totally.
All. Sir, இப்போ வந்து 229
இப்போ நீங்க எதுக்கு இவ்வளவு சிரமப்பட்டிருக்கீங்க? அவங்க டீம் அவங்க பண்ணணும். நீ வாங்க.
சார் இல்ல சார் டைம்
Time 26 minutes and 45.
தேங்க்ஸ் சார் சார் 380.
Grand total in Gunner attitude. That's all. Team Balaji. Grand total.
Round 1 and round 2 combined, sir.
Grand total na adha artham. 8 11.
Very well done, team.
All right, so now over to Team Kalpita of the Gunner attitude second round. They're dealing with the storyboard given by Team Balaji. And they have been discussing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This afternoon they were discussing, this evening they were discussing. So we would debut the time for Team Kalpita, 35 minutes time. And ready?
Yes, sir. Ready.
So that we'll bleed less in the ring, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. We spend more.
We are already bleeding a lot because Purna is absent, Rishabh is absent, Asalam is absent. So you're bleeding to an extent that you have to be carried with an ambulance. So CP Sanjay Bhaskar in the இதுல வந்து இன்னைக்கு வந்திருக்காங்க அவ்வளவுதான் அதுக்காக உங்களுக்கு எந்த பிரச்சனை டேய் வாடா வாடா
Sir, டக்குனு ஒரு விஷயம் சொல்லுங்க. Sir, இப்போ வந்து first 3 minutes நம்ம opening lesson கொடுப்போம் சார். ஸ்கிட்ஸ் சார். அது வந்து நம்ம எக்ஸ்ட்ரா சாங்ஸ் சார். 4 பேர் நம்ம மனுஷங்க பார்க்கணும். மெசஞ்சர்ஸ். அதுக்கப்புறம் சார் நீங்க வந்து ஒரு பர்சன் ஒன் அவுட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. So let's suppose Guru is person, sir. Then we all will be his ideas, sir. And we'll quickly come in his brain and tell something, sir. நீங்க வந்து questions கேட்குறீங்க sir for this person. So you ask it as like being, and in a level you ask Guru a question, like ask the feelings of the questions. So வந்து okay, sir.
Okay, I think I have got it. As the training goes on, I mean as the presentation goes on, I'll jump into the flow.
Okay, sir. Yes. So we are asking the questions to Guru's ideas. Right? We all are feelings abstract, sir. So for that particular person, only person's brain role only his feelings, sir. All of us are his feelings. So you are basically questioning the feelings of the person. That's the problem.
Done. Okay. Kalpita, yes.
Sir, can I say one thing to my team members there, sir?
To whom, Kalpita?
Sir, to Dakshinana, Brinda and Mitra, sir, all my team members, sir.
Your team leader is speaking to you, team members.
Yes, Captain.
And, friends, first Purna is going to play the main role. Since Purna is not here, Brinda, can you play the main role as the first person?
Yes, yes, Kalpita.
Okay, Brinda. Sir, we are ready, sir.
Shall we speak about the minuses now or later?
Sir, next 30, 40 எவ்வளவு minutes? Sir, என்ன minus sir?
Purna, Prisha, Aswathaman's absence.
Sir, Aswathaman told you inform you, sir.
Kiran?
Sir, quick question to Kalpitaka, sir, because Prisha is also absent, sir. So,
What's the plan for Prisha's absence, Kalpita?
Yes, sir. Kiran, would you like to play the role of Prisha? Prisha is going to play the role of the third person. So, would you like to play, or Guru Prasanna you would like to play?
I mean, if Guru Prasanna Anna doesn't want to, I'll take it, Akka.
Okay, Kiran is not playing any role of the person, so Kiran will take. It's fine.
Okay, Guru, thank you. Kiran, you shall play. Kiran, Prisha is playing the third person's role.
Okay, Ka, so should I also be the narrator as well, or?
Yes, Kiran, you shall.
Okay, Ka.
Okay, sir. Sir, we are ready, sir.
Okay, so ready? Position yourselves. Three, two, chat's mute. Team Balaji, don't speak about scores. Your score is already put up and there is no change enacted. If you have any changes, that will not be accepted because you are not vigilant enough to keep the scores properly. So let's focus. I don't want any chats. Let's focus on Team Kalpita. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Warm greetings to everyone. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to present about the solutions, sir. So in this second round of gunner attitude, Team Balajina has given a set of problems and we are going to give the solution. So it is going to be of two phases. The first phase, we are going to give solutions for the minor problem, and there is going to be a very small 3-minute skit which will be explained later. And in the second part, it's going to be the solutions for major problems. So in this kit, what is actually going to happen is we are all the ambassadors of gods, and we are collectively known as yakshas. So yesterday we have planned this for yesterday. Yesterday it was the day when India won the Kargil war, and it's been almost 20 to 21 years. And to make it more memorable, we have made this particular one. So in the heaven, along with the ambassadors of God, the soldiers who has shed their lives and who has shed their bloods in order to save the country, they are watching everything from the heaven. So that is the main theme of this skit, and let's see what happens. Over to Kiran.
So now we will see the discussion between everyone. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Warm welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you to all the yakshas for coming here. Things in Earth are happening pretty well, On this day in 1999, there was a war between two countries in Earth, India and Pakistan. It was known as Kargil War, and India obviously won in that. So it's a great, triumph of good over evil. It's just like we witnessed Mahabharata. This was also kind of a Mahabharata in this particular era. And now there was another problem which we all mentioned, right? Like
that is, people are having a lot of disabilities and they are not able to solve it, right?
Yeah, they're not able to solve it. And they're using something called idea pad.
Yes.
Something.
They can write their own ideas, and some, I don't know what they're exactly doing or from whom they got this idea and this ecology, but it is really effective nowadays. We are able to see it, and people are really using it effectively, and people are getting benefited by writing those ideas in their idea pad.
Yeah, those ideas give them solutions to tackle their problems, and those ideas, they get ideas from a lot of things. They read a lot of books, they do a lot of other things as well. So how to cultivate more?
Thank you, Na. So shall we see what has happened in their childhood? Absolutely, everybody will be in coming across through a lot of obstacles. So shall we see what had happened in their lives and the struggles that they have faced, and how they have overcome and how they have solved the problems?
Yes, definitely. Let's watch what happened on. So please Now Sir will be playing the role of the inner demon of person 1. Now person 1 will be Brinda, and all of us will be the ideas that come into Brinda's mind. So now it's afternoon time and Brinda's noting down the ideas which she is getting. So sometimes ideas give birth to solutions as well. So not sometimes, always. So now we all are going to be acting as ideas, and Sir, you can question whichever idea to be.
Again, you have sat down for writing the ideas, and you think that writing a kind of an encryption of idea is going to change your life?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I learned from a very big person, Management Generation, sir. So actually, he was a very inspiration for me. So he only told me to write idea card, and I am very comfortable in writing idea.
The idea of Manila Sundaresan being born on the earth itself is a bizarre idea. So when you are taking an idea from him, and if you are putting things into it, you see, the energy that you are using for the idea, writing, shall be used for writing the examinations better. You know, the energy that you are using for thinking of the ideas shall be used for thinking of the science formulae during your science.
Yes, sure. Every idea, each time when we write idea on our idea, but when future problems come, when we refer this idea, if there is going to be a solution for us, then just we can refer this idea, and that's going to be very useful for us.
Okay, let me see what idea at all you are writing. Okay, so ideas will be flashing, and let me see all those insects called as ideas. Let them come, and let's see what idea you brings out. With the categorization of mind, I have acted as an inner demon, and now Brinda is taking the stance of defending herself from the negativity of inner demon, and let us see what happens next. 3, 2, 1, go.
I was acting as a person once, so I will give bonus and idea with combining my ideas.
Yeah, I get it.
So I am going to give a solution for person 1. So I am going to act as a person 1. So I always, before days, I always used to depend on others. So depending on others is something which everyone, the character will become, the character of a person will be very difficult when we are above.
Yes.
When we are above the world, like when we look into it and when we see this world, we used to think lot of things, and our mind will be getting lot of ideas. So while before this coming to this idea part, I was no idea about idea part, but still my mind will get lot of ideas, but I even don't know it. Sometimes the ideas will be within myself, I will not even know it. But now when I note down these ideas, so I go through many friends and I got the solution for myself. So instead of depending on others, we have to work for myself. So working for myself is it really helpful for everyone. Like in my family, I was working for everyone. So working for myself, and I'm gaining things to my parents, and I am making my parents proud. So if we show originality there, so sure. If we show originality there, for sure we will be help us. We will be work for ourselves, and we will have that energy in working for ourselves. We will get different feeling when we work for ourselves. Next, we have to help ourselves. Like there is a proverb called self-help is the best help. So if we help for ourselves, we can. There is no possibility of depending on others, because when we help, so each, like for this problem also, I help me to rectify this mistake. Like we should not depend on others. Even that is self-help for me. Like I make myself as motivated and to get out of depending on others. Because whenever each time when I first time I go and meet a person for help, second time also I go and meet the same person for help, third time sometimes I still feel like this person is too helpful, I have to do something for this person. So that time my mind changes, like why I have to go it, I should make something for me and I can show that person I can also do something. Because everyone started saying while I'm in 15 age, everyone started saying that you can't do anything for yourself, you are only capable for depending on others. So that time only I started thinking, because depending on others will not even help others. So I thought I should help me. So instead of depending others, there is only one solution. Where each and everything I have to believe in me, I have to help me. So this is my solution.
All right, thank you, Brinda. Stop the timer. Okay, so Random question part, I have stopped the timer. It's 8 minutes so far. So far, gunning start. I appreciate it. Good job, Linda.
Well done,
Now-
Nandaka.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiran.
So now I would like to post a random question, and Dakshin was saying that his team is ready to face the random question, and that's a good spirit. I would like to speak to Mohit Sandhukumar. Mohit? What? Are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready, sir.
So, one. Online team ಕಲಿತಿದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲು But I want you to speak about the person 3. Explain about person 3 and what are all the solutions you are going to give for person 3.
Okay, sir. So for sir, 1 second, sir.
Yeah.
Person 3.
Yes.
Go on through one person.
Okay, sir. So person 3 is the person that is associated with person 7, sir. Like a person 7 is a bad influence for person 3, sir. So some solutions I would tell to person 3, sir, is that don't like he should not be able to depend on others, and he's always think before acting, sir, because person 3 is very gullible, sir. So he should think if what this person is saying is true, and if it's possible for be would be true, sir. And I also like suggest um suggest doing activities by yourself, and just don't uh, recognize negative thinking, sir. If person 3 recognize negative thinking, sir, from person 7, I think person 3 will stop hanging out with person 7, sir. These are my solutions, sir.
But then Mohit, person 7 happens to be a terrorist, and being a terrorist, the person has got rather eccentric ways and extreme ways of influencing a person, and the person can really change the mindset of the person pretty much easily. The person can play well in the emotions, the person can really play well with the mindset maintenance of the person 3. Do you really think the solutions that you have given are strong enough to keep the person 3? Yeah, the solutions are good, no questions about that, but I'm asking, is it strong enough to withstand a person who is in the terrorism form? That's what is my question. I don't want anybody to support Mohit. Mohit has to answer. Come on, Mohit.
Okay, sir. Well, sir, since person 7 is terrorists, sir, terrorists have very lots of negative thinking, sir. So some solution may not be strong enough for to handle with person 7, sir. But person 3, sir, should recognize that thing, sir. Now there should be someone to push person 3 into the good side, sir. Like there should be someone to tell person 3 that you're doing the wrong thing and influence on person 3 actions, sir. And the influence should be greater than person 7, sir. And they should just person 3 should make learn to know the decision making, sir. They should know to make the right decisions, sir. They should not overthink about decisions, sir.
Good job, Mohit. I'm stopping the timer. 10 minutes now.
Well done, Mohit.
Very well done, Mohit.
Thank you, sir.
Well done, Mohit.
Well done, Mohit.
Mohit has taken, I started 2 minutes. Mohit has taken 2 minutes for answering, which is also inclusive of the time. I'll tell you. Yes. So 10 minutes and 20 seconds elapsed. Now I have another random question. That is towards Kalpit. That is towards Kiran. Kiran, I'm coming towards you with another question.
Okay, sir.
Well, Kiran, the timer is 10:20. After my questioning, I will resume the time. Well, what I'm asking Kiran is about the person number 5. I don't know if that is in the regular stream schedule of Kiran's participation in this particular activity, but I'm pretty sure Kiran can answer this. If you see Kiran, the person 5, he's 16 years of age, and that is a specific statement Team Balaji has written over. Like, when the hide and seek game comes into an option for entertainment, he or she quickly agreed with the thought of winning over the others. Because of this, he or she worked and hit very hard in order to win the game, and even went to the extent of potentially hurting his or her friends. Now, this is where my question is. If you have a particular person in your life who can endanger himself or herself just to prove a point, and endanger the other people, and going to the extent of hurting the other people, how do you think the person can be handled literally well, and how do you think the person can be got back into the trap? Because person 5 can go to any extreme of violence, can go to any extreme of kind of extremism in terms of behavioral patterns. So, how to stop this person, and what is your handy solution towards behavior modification of this person number 5?
Okay, sir. Sir, my question, my solution for that would be the person needs to learn when to let go and when to continue. So I'll give like a small example, sir. So say person 5 is me. I should know when I should let go, because say I'm fighting with my brother over a chocolate, sir. I wouldn't like be that competitive enough to like take it from him and make him cry. I would let go. But then this person doesn't know that. So in order for this person to know that, so this person is competitive, yes, but this person isn't inhumane. So if he sees so say if I see my brother crying, I should feel bad enough to give the chocolate back to him. But in another example, let's say a school competition, that's where the person can go out of their way to try to win. So because in a school competition, everything is, I mean, unless you're cheating, because that's bad. Cheating is bad. But in a school competition, it's all academic purposes, and it's for the good of you. So the person needs to learn when to let go and when to hold on to the line and keep going.
Okay, so you mean to say, passing the time, 11 minutes and 56 seconds. You mean to say it depends upon the situation. Let me validate. Choice 1, are you saying that it depends upon the situation? And choice 2, no, it is not depending upon the situation, but a prelude, a preset, premeditated kind of a mindset can really help the person to come out of that adversity. Which choice you are trying to answer? Choice 1 or choice 2? Depending on the situation, choice 1, no, it's not depending on the situation. We can preoccupy the person's mindset and we can adjust accordingly. Which one you are opting for? 1 or 2?
Sir, I'd say both, but like 90% of option 1 and 10% of option 2.
Okay. So Kiran has answered. Now random question stopped. The time is 12 minutes and 14 seconds, and now timer resumed. 3, 2, 1, go. We can go. Friends, it's taking a little longer time, so what we shall do is first we shall give the solutions for all the problems, and then we shall add up on. Is this fine, friends? Kalpana. Time running.
Yes, sir. So with the moving characters,
Yes, sir.
and we'll give the solution. Okay. Sit down with us.
Yes, sir. Anna, we shall go as per the PPT now, because many of them are raising hand, but it is their time will be running now.
Yes.
So we will go as per the sequence of the solution.
Yes, sir. So now I will give the solution. I'll come as an idea of the solution. Sure. 3, 2, 1, go. So now you must understand that you're not a good decision maker, and because of that you've suffered through a lot. You've gone through a lot. So note it down. You need to be a good decision maker, and you will only be able to be a good decision maker if you realize the gravity of the situation, you realize the problems that you face and encounter during your line of decision making. You'll understand the truth. Whoever is successful, there's a difference between a talented person and a successful person. A successful person is a combination of talent, work, and decision making. Decision making is as important as talent and hard work. So if you don't know to take proper decisions, then you're going to suffer a lot. So that's what sets you apart from the other successful people. So if you want to go to their level, make sure and take a resolution that you have to improve your decision making skills. always cling on to one particular decision. That will help you give a start from the scratch, start from the basics, right from which like food do you want to eat in the morning. Start from the basics. It might sound silly, but choose one particular thing at a time. That will help you be a better decision maker.
She's always weak in that. Besides the strongest idea that you're giving, you're saying that you have to prioritize things. Right from her childhood, she's very, very weak in prioritizing. Someone has to come and prompt her to prioritize. I have seen a lot of days in her life where she has consumed tea first and then breakfast. And she has consumed the curd rice first and then she has gone to the gravy. Right? Okay? So she has been eating cauliflower, thinking that it's chili chicken. And she's very poor in prioritizing. And how can you think that she will be getting advanced in that kind of parameter? It's all completely.
But now she has suffered a lot. She now has thought upon that, and being one of her ideas, I know that she will change soon. And I'll quickly give my next idea. Now, you have to realize that you are not a very dependent person because you have your younger sibling, and your younger sibling is indirectly dependent on you. So take care of your younger sibling and try to learn how to be independent and start with baby steps. Try to be independent right from your home, right at your home. And as you grow up, you will develop this quality of being independent because you know there are some good people who are dependent on you too. So don't come out of the stereotype that you are dependent on others. Now, out of character, Mohit, give your solutions for person one.
Okay, now. So, person one should have a role model, and think about what would the role model do in the situation. Like, what would the role model? How would the role model think? What would it be the mindset of the role model in the situation? Would the role model have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? And would the role model have a positive energy or negative energy? Next, person one should know the skills that he or she is very good at, the skills that they are amazing at and spectacular at, and they should try to grow those skills as better and better. They should never stop practicing those skills. Continue on to the next person.
So next I will continue. Yes, Natankina. So this person, she should listen only to her instinct because if she let everybody give their opinion, she'll not be able to focus on what she actually needs. And the second one is she is lacking in quick decision making. So I have already mentioned this in the round one presentation, but I'm re-emphasizing that it is thin slicing. It will be more helpful for your quick decision making, and the person shall visualize whatever he or she would like to do. If she would like to be a person who can be a quick decision maker, the person should imagine that and visualize that. So these are my solutions.
Past, timer passed, 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Time for the first layer marks for the presentation thus far. So come on, get your position, and the team is really going on the spearhead basis. Now let's go to the first layer. Remember, Team Balaji have been scoring really, really well in the first layer, and over here, I will have to give the first layer marks.
Sir, you have to time add also.
16:45. You should ask that in English, not in Tamil. Got that?
Yes. Ready, sir.
We'll start with Brinda. Brinda did well. She cooperated with the teammates, and what she has been doing was actually ad hoc basis. She was filling the shoes of Purna, and she has been really doing well. 22 out of 25. And let's come into Mohit Sendilkumar, who has been unexpectedly tested. He was the first person to get questioned, and Mohit really answered well. There was a twist, of course, for the question as well, and he was also withstanding with the good question. So 23 out of 25.
Well done, Mohit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends.
Now let's come to Kiran Nandita. Again, Kiran was not in the proper schedule of presentation. She was asked a random question and she handled that really well. And there was a dichotomous question that was given choice 1 and choice 2, for which there was a little bit of a fumble, but still she has managed to do really well. 25. Too much of intrusion, so 20 out of 25.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Well done, Kiran.
Well done, Kiran.
Thank you.
21, 20. 21 out of 25.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And then let's come to the leader, Kalpita Sri. She started well, she presented well, and she has been having an eagle's eye of the proceedings, and she made a little bit of corrections and resurrection in the structure of the presentation. And when she was supposed to speak, she spoke really well. So 23 or 25.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Mohit.
Well done, ka.
I think that's it,
Thank
right?
you.
So let's move on. That's it.
Mitra, sir.
One more.
I think
Guru,
Guru, sir.
basically I thought the other people had not done really well. Okay, jokes apart. Guru Prasanna, very short presentation, and I think more from him is going to come in the next layer.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure about it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
18 out of 25.
well done, Guru.
Well done, Anna.
Well done, Anna. Thank you, friends.
Vidra has not been taking up any roles thus far, except the initial skit performance. So just like Guru Prasanna and the others, she will also be coming up a little bit later, I believe. So 19 out of 25.
Well done,
Last
well
but by no
done.
means, it's about you. You have to balance. No, with a given span of time, you will have to pull people so that everybody gets a mark in the layer. That's your responsibility. So you have to, yeah, you have to do better. Now, Darshan Siddharth aspect, but by no means the least, and he has been doing well, and he has been time conscious. He has been explaining things as an idea. He was explaining to Brinda pretty much well, so I really appreciate it. So 23 out of 25.
Thank you.
Well done, Anna.
Well done, Lakshmana.
Well done.
We will speak about the PPT and all that during the third layer, not now. So that's it. Come on.
Sir, ரெண்டு தான் சரி.
முடிக்கும் போது 2000 அவங்களுக்கு பண்ணுங்க.
Okay.
140.
Morning, come on. Let's do this.
620 ஆயிடுச்சு. 625 விட அவங்களுக்கு இங்க கிளாஸ் நடந்துட்டு எனக்கு இதுதான் முக்கியம். thank you.
Super, super. நல்லா இருக்கு. கோலஸ் பண்ணுங்க.
டோட்டல் தப்பு. சரி அப்ப 5 எடுத்து எனக்கு ஓகே. 8 ல வந்து 5.
இந்த ஒரு ரவுண்ட் 5 எடுத்து சார் 149 கரெக்ட்டா வருதா? கரெக்ட்டா இருக்கு.
All right, total is 149. Come on. 16:45 elapsed. Remember, I have only 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
The 20 minutes முடிப்போம். Let's go to person 2.
But we have snacks. Okay, Kalpita mentioned add things can be put in order. I think she's coming to
அப்ப இந்த person 2 அவங்க பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணலாம். ஏன்னா person 1 வந்து டைம் வந்து person அப்ப அது நீ சொல்லு.
Kalpita, one minute.
Yes,
Kalpita,
sir.
you have a clarification from your teammate Brinda.
Kalpita, I have a doubt, Kalpita.
Yes, Brenda.
You actually typed that added things can be added last, right? So you're coming to say that the ideas which, as an idea, the persons are acting like first person Purna as a lead role, the other person will be adding as an idea. So that should be added at last. You are coming to say like that, or you are coming. What we are doing now is correct, Kalpita.
So what we are doing now is right, Brenda.
Okay. Yeah, who is making a call? Who is calling now? From
Not me, sir.
coming call from
இல்ல நான் என்னோட ஸ்கைப் அப்படினா இங்க வரணும் ஸ்கைப் கால்.
ஆமாங்க இல்ல நான் அப்படிதான் போறேன்.
Okay. Right, 16:45 was the timer, and now, after the first layer, the scoring was not complete.
ஓ இன்னும் தெரியுது.
Done already. 20 marks minus for Prisha, Advait, and Purna's absent. So 149 minus 60.
Sir, Adwait's not on our team, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Advait is
Minus.
Balaji team.
Okay, my mistake. 40. 20 for Brisha and 20 for Puru.
Okay, sir.
So irresponsible. Very slow. Negative. Come on.
101. Without continuous, we'll give her two solutions and then we'll move to person two. Come on, Kalpita.
Okay, sir, have you started the timer, sir?
Yes, Kalpita. Start.
Okay, sir. So the second person is the person, the main role is going to be played by Mohit and everybody will add upon. The main problem is that he has a bad pass. After Mohit, Dakshinana will continue. Over to Mohit.
Kalpita, timer stop once again. Sorry for the interruption. Team Balaji, for Advait's absence, you have to mark 20 minutes. Right, okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening,
Timer,
everyone.
resume.
It's more. Ask the main person.
Sure, okay. Go ahead, Mohit.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am person two. So my solutions for person two are that the person should be in a place where everyone is in a kind community. Like they should not be around bad people that influence him in a very bad way. He should be around people that are very kind, always kind, and they don't get angry. If he stays in around a good amount of people, his I believe his attitude will start to change, and he should not take himself very seriously. He does not always take everything seriously. He should try to have some humor and some time at the correct time. He should not always be serious for every single thing, and he should not expect people to give back to him. If he helps people, he should not expect to them to give him some things back. Continue on to next person.
So there are a lot of solutions that you could use for person number two. So what you could do is you must first realize whether it is a mood swing. There might be a lot of symptoms, but the most the big mistake that people are committing is they are not realizing whether they are experiencing the mood swing. They are not realizing about the symptom. There are certain steps to realize or identify a symptom. Like, do you feel different? Like, there are also a lot of techniques through which you can solve your mood swings. Like the best technique is rocking chart techniques. So I got it from the videos. And last year I made when I made the presentation on this, I got this. So the first thing is rock chart technique, and then then we have 4 to 5 solutions. But the two most important solutions that you can execute to overcome mood swing is the second one is happiness prescription. So whenever you are feeling happy, we know that you are doing the best thing, that is doing writing all your ideas in your idea pad. That sometimes might be a stress buster. It could actually relieve your stress whenever you are feeling so. And when you write your ideas or your problem, or even the problem in the journal, that could even make you feel even more special and even more relaxed. And the second thing is what you fear the most will actually come first, because in your case you are actually you think you are having a bad past. So for that, if you have expected, say this is the past, it might have happened, sir. If that person, the person number two, would have be afraid of anything, sir, that could even come to pass at that time, sir. So that might be the reason, but you have to identify. So past is past, sir. So we can do a lot of things to overcome that, but in the future it's in our hand, because life is a project, sir. So now when you come to know that it's you who's going to take the responsibility of life, you will have to be very calm and relaxed at all situations, and that's where you are not going to get afraid of things which will come to pass. So if you are having that type of happy mindset, and if you are having these types of habits in your everyday life, you will definitely overcome this mood swings and you will overcome your bad past. Next person.
Right. Good.
So now I'm in character speaking to person two. So now what you have to do is you have to focus on your strong points. So out of concept, it's mentioned that person is a very friendly person, sir. So not all the if a person is friendly, then along with friendliness, he also has some other good qualities. So that's why he's being able to portray himself as friendly. This person might have some good qualities within him that makes him So you have to work upon your positive characters, and you have to improve yourself in that rather than focusing on your negative sides. And also one more thing is, you remember that your favorite cricketer is Sachin Tendulkar and your favorite footballer is Messi. So you know why they are so successful. That's because
Messi is successful.
Sir, yes sir. Oh, very greatest of all. So do you know why those people are so successful? Because they take one match at a time. If there is a game to be played tomorrow, no matter how least significant that game is, they'll focus on the game the next day. They won't think about the final, which is going to be played 4 months later. So right now, you have to focus on just one thing at a time. Because people who experience mood swings are those sort of people who fail at handling too much stuff at once. So if you handle too much at once, then you pressurize your brain and you won't be able to choose the right decision. Because if you're burdened with too much of stuff to handle, you won't know which one to choose. Because right now, considering your age, still you're immature, you're not qualified enough to handle. That's why students, whenever we talk about students of this age, the only thing which teacher says, your job is to study right now, not anything else. Because we are not that mature to handle too much things at once. Similarly, take one thing at a time and don't burden yourself. So without further ado, I ask the next idea to come through.
I'm the person who was supposed to. Yes, no, thank you. So I'm the person who was supposed to go after Dakshina, and for my solution for this person would be the lost key method, which I learned about a few weeks ago from a presentation. And in this method, basically what you have to do is you have to take your bad past and imagine like a safe or a locker and stuff your bad past inside the locker as tight as you can and make sure that nothing else can come out. Then take a key, lock it, and make sure it can't open. Then throw the key away. That's all. And you have to do this. And yeah, you have to have a big amount of willpower for this, for it to not actually, quote unquote, leak out. But you have to do it in the continuous future so that it can become more easier every day. And then in one point, you can make sure this bad past doesn't affect you quite as much as it did before. And quick thing, it doesn't actually make you forget your bad past, because nothing can actually make you forget. It just helps better for you to handle it better. So thank you, and the next person can go ahead.
Yes, no, thank you, Nath. So my solution is to the person to should change his behavior. If he is really interested in changing his behavior, my suggestion is to use the three magical words frequently. Please, sorry, and thank you. If the person to use these words frequently, the other person who are it may be his parents also may feel comfortable with him.
Super Guru.
And the last solution that I would give for you is doing psychokinesis therapy. It's actually a set of 5 therapies, that is candle exercise, pendulum watching, there's spoon watching, flower watching, and these are all the things if you follow for your life or around travel year, you have a special feature. You can actually bend the spoon by your side. That is actually possible. Maybe some researchers, sir, you mentioned this.
Psychokinesis. I pass the time. Psychokinesis, if it is pursued and practiced for 7 or 8 years, you can do energy communication. Like when there is petals in the water, you can make the petals move around, and you can make energy communication, and you can make other people listen to what you are saying, or just obey whatever you are thinking. So in Shaolin Temple, psychokinesis is a very important exercise. It's a pretty much prescribed one, and it's the best way and the simplest way of psychokinesis is candle. That's what I have already given you, the candle technique, lighting up a candle and focusing on the yellow flame of the candle for a longer period of time. It's called a psychokinesis. That's what she is mentioning. Basically, it's retention. Like you look into the flame and your mind deviates, you say, be here now. You alienate with the distracting thoughts, and again coming back to the flame. Alienate, again coming back to the flame. So that's called a psychokinesis, and that's what she's mentioning, and good that you have evolved.
Thank you.
What? I will assume.
So as you are a friendly person, sometimes you might face some situations where you would not be aware of the decisions that you are taking. You might take some wrong decisions. If you are doing this, when you have retention and concentration power even more increased, you would be able to take the right decisions at the right time. And that's the solution that I would like to give to you at this point of time because it's very important. And the next person can.
The last two sets will be the person then.
Okay, ma'am. So I have two solutions for this particular person. This both are from MS evening session. The first one is to control the emotion rather than making it control you. You have to take control and make sure that it does not make a lot of trouble in you. So for that you have to do meditation. This is also from MS evening session. The person who can do meditation, he has the capacity to make all his emotions and thoughts come into his control. So these are the two set of solutions and I have. And the person too, he has a problem of attitude and ego. So for this is also from an MS evening session. It is to do three picture technique because that is how I personally came across my attitude and ego. When a person listens from an experienced person, he will definitely there is a lot of chance that he also takes that and he tries to improve and work more upon his attitude and ego. So these are the solutions. Let's move on to the third person.
Well, you only have 9 minutes.
Kiran, you can go ahead.
Yes. Okay, Ka. So I'll be speaking for Prisha because she's absent today. And first, the first one was that she should, or person 3 should stand up more and follow, and not follow what person 7 does, because in this certain problem solution thing that Team Balajina gave us, it stated that person 7 had evil intentions and was using person 3 to get it done. So person 3 should have been more aware of it and should not follow what person 7 does. That's said by Prisha, and next can go Brindaka.
So here I'm going to give solution for person 3. So for person 3, he or she wanted to make a good decision making because he or she might not know what way we are going, whether we are going in a bad or good path. So no one knows that. So when he or she was started to believing in the person 7, the particular person was his terrorist. So whatever the person says to the person 3, they normally will not. This happens in a lot of areas where a person cheats other person for their own benefits. So like that only the person 3 also fall into the person 3's person 7's trap. So that when it comes to it, he want to know that quick decision making, and also he want to know the sizing of the person. So this idea where I got was when I'm reading He Can Putting Secret. There is a one chapter called sizing of the person. There we want to read the mind of the person. Like when a person come in front of us and he says you win the lottery, immediately we cannot win the lottery. So we should think in our mind and then we should is it possible for us, like as a person we should think for ourselves, like without taking that to the age of this person is he was just 18 or 15 years old person. So he want to before going into the traps he want to consult with his parents and he know the outside world. He doesn't know the outside world how they're going to be, and also the person 7 also a 19 years old person. So he wanted to know, he want to even the age, both of them age are very similar ages. So that time he wanted to know the people, he wanted to know that he wanted to read the mind of the people whether they are going in good path or bad path. So this is my set of solutions for the person.
Wonderful. Fabulous. 30 minutes elapsed, so you have only 5 minutes left. Come on.
Okay, sir. The three sets of solutions that I would like to give to you is the first one, invest your time in preparing vision board. Sometimes, as one of the characteristics that you have is having a bad mindset and being influenced, you will have to control yourself. In vision board, there are a lot of things that you can involve, but the one main thing is being self-controlled, that is controlling your emotions controlling your decisions, which wouldn't allow you to get influenced by any other person. Person 7 is trying to influence, but you will have to know with whom you have to be a friend and the decisions that you make. You have to be aware of that. Next is positive self-control. That is, life is a do-it-yourself project. So whatever decisions that you take, whatever work you are involved in, all the aspects of life is for all the aspects of life, you are responsible for that. You can't blame anyone else. For each decision that you take, you are responsible. And for this being influenced by person 3, you are person 7. So for that also you are responsible. So you must actually control yourself. And the final solution that that I would like to give is, by being a friendly person, you are getting influenced by people. Because not only what you set in your mind will the desires that you have, or the goals that you have will be actually accomplished, and that's how you have been influenced by person number 7. What you say is what you get. So if you have a mindset of being influenced, or having a relationship let go free, then that will definitely happen. And these are the set of solutions. That's in it.
Thank you, Mitra. So the last set of solutions for person 3, I'll finish it off very quickly. So right now, person 3 has realized that person 7 was betraying her. So now person 3 could make person 7 realize that person 3 was being betrayed. That will be the biggest pain that person 7 would get. And the other thing is, person 3 must do a lot of therapies to control herself. Synaptic pruning, whenever she thinks about going and resuming the friendship with person 7, she should not actually mingle with person 7 again, because one rotten apple is enough to spoil the entire block of apples. So in order to control herself and refrain from going and speaking with person 7 again, she could use synaptic pruning, which is a very powerful therapy. And she could also use psychokinesis. Whenever she thinks of going and speaking to person 7, she can control her impulses. Let's go to person 4.
You have put it on a slideshow basis, Kalpita. I think she has taken from the 10 dimensions.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, if I put it in the slideshow, sir, it is taking long time to change the slides, sir. So that's why I have made it like this, sir.
Okay. So you only have about 5 minutes left. Come on, finish it.
Yes, sir.
Mitra, you shall give your solutions, Mitra.
Yes, guys, I'm going to do this. Sir, out of character, sir, I am acting as the person number 4, sir. So, into the character, I am the youngest of all, and the important disability that I have is I overthink and worry that I am causing nuisance to others and people, and disturbing other people. It's actually disturbing me a lot, and sometimes I'm getting stressed because of this. And now I would like to give the solutions for person number 4. Being out of person number 4, I would like to give the solutions now. The first solution is, you must think whether you are doing so. There are 3 decisions that you must take at each and every moment. Whether it's your failure moment or it's the success moment, you will have to actually ask yourself 3 important questions. That is, what should I focus on? Is this very much important now at this present moment? Then, what do I mean? Whenever I'm speaking to someone else, what am I meaning, and am I meaning the right thing at the present time? And what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing at that time? So even in the last slide, I have mentioned some of the self factors. Through that, only including that logically, only we have given most of the solutions for all the 8 people here being out of character. And now I would like to give some other solutions for person number 4 too. That is positive self-image. So sometimes as the person number 4 is thinking that he or she is causing nuisance to other people, you could imagine, for visualization is an art, and whenever there are a lot of techniques involving visualization, most of the psychological therapies are involved by using this brain art visualization, and some of them are when you are subconscious mind activation technique. At the night time, you can actually visualize that you are not doing so. You are not causing that type of disturbance to others, and you have to erase it or throw it somewhere else, similar to last key method. So doing this, that is visualizing that you are not of such a kind of person, would definitely make you recover from this type of thinking. and positive self-esteem. Love yourself and respect yourself. You need not think about others' opinion on you. You should only think about how you are treating yourself, how much now you are portraying to yourself, and how much respect you have towards you, towards your works and towards your act forever in your life. So that is the main thing. So life is a do-it-yourself project. You are responsible. So better take it easy and don't ever worry about it. We have more solutions, but as we have less time, I am just letting you know about these set of solutions. And think positively. You will definitely overcome this main problem, and you will be happy forever. Thank you, sir.
That's it?
Yes, sir. Next person.
Guru Prasna.
All right, so you have only 6 minutes for my session to commence. I have already received the Google Meet link. Now, what we shall do is give you some extra time tomorrow also.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and what you have finished 9 minutes earlier.
Yes.
Right. So now Guru Prasanna will finish, and then we'll have to give the second layer mark now.
Okay.
I'll split up. Instead of 50, I'll give for 25.
And then tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Guru Prasanna, you're on. Come on.
Yes, sir. So my problem is I am a very I'm a daughter of the High Lord in the village. So I have a tendency of winning over others in even though in a wrong way. For that, my solution is to change my perspective. So I'm just seeing only my benefit. So I should use the concept of think win-win in 7 habits. So I will think of the others and will pursue on others other person's benefits.
Kalpita, go to the slide number 21, please.
21. Yes.
Very quick explanation, sir. It's related to person 5.
Related to person 5?
Yes.
Quickly explain this slide.
Yes. So one thing that person 5 must get inside his head is that healthy competition is competition which you have with yourself. If in this year you are achieving a set of goals, next year you only have to aim to break your own record, and you must not focus on others, because you will only get better when you focus on yourself. So in this particular thing, there are 2 types of mindsets that people have: growth mindset and fixed mindset. So people who really want to achieve growth will only try to emulate themselves but not others. So if this year you're solving, let's say, 200 numericals in a particular book, next year you have to beat your own achievement, and you must not see what the neighbor has done. You have to see yourself. So only then you'll have a growth mindset. But what people with fixed mindset they do is, if they don't,
that's it.
சரி சார் நீங்க அவங்க வெயிட் பண்ணுவாங்க சார். நான் சொன்ன 6:30 ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவேன். அதான் 6:30 பண்ணுவேன்.
நான் இங்கே போறேன்.
எல்லாரும் வெளியில உட்காருங்க.
அதான் வெளியில உட்கார்ந்து
நீங்க என்ன பண்ணீங்க?
என்ன பண்ணுங்க? அதான் சார் வெயிட் பண்ணுவாங்க சார். Yes.
சரி சொல்லு.
Yes sir. So people with fixed mindset, what they do is, if they don't achieve something in life, they feel that others should also not achieve, because they cannot, their mind is curved, and they cannot think of something bigger. Because people who always compare themselves with others and who always want to win, they don't like others to grow. But that's not what we want, okay? And this particular quote, it mentions that look in the mirror, that's your true competition, not the people who surround you. So that's why I just got these particular images from the web in order to focus on this particular problem. It says life is not a competition. Life is about helping and inspiring others so that we can reach our potential together. That's what life is all about. You be inspirational, inspire others, like live in harmony rather than always doubting others, rather than getting jealous at others' achievements. If you have that sort of thing, then you have a fixed mindset. So it's the difference between both mindsets.
I understand. Okay, fine. So, right. So that's a wrap. And Kalpita, stop sharing the screen, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So it's actually 36 minutes and you are still not done. You have to complete the presentation by tomorrow. So what happens is tomorrow by the beginning of the session, I'll be giving you some time, some extra time.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. Oh,
அதே
yeah.
டைம் எங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும்.
நீங்க 9 நிமிஷம் முன்னாடி முடிச்சுட்டு
சொல்றதுக்கு கண்டென்ட்டே கிடையாது உங்களுக்கு. 9 நிமிஷம் முன்னாடி முடிச்சுட்டு அப்புறம் எதுக்கு நீங்க 9 நிமிஷம்.
தேங்க்யூ.
இவன் தப்பா பண்ணிட்டாங்க. 6:30 இவங்க யாரையும் போக சொல்லுங்க. இவன் ஒருத்தி தான் போக சொல்லுங்க. 6:30 செஷன் இருக்கு. அந்த செஷன் நீங்க அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணுவீங்க.
சரி நான் 7:30 க்கு நான் 7:30
வேணாம். நீ அந்த செஷன் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணாலே நீங்க.
இல்ல
பண்ணிடுங்க சார். எஸ். எஸ் ஓகே.
So உங்களுக்கு கண்டென்ட்டே இல்ல அப்ப 9 minutes கொடுத்தாரு. சான்ஸே சஞ்சய் சிவி ரெண்டு பேரும் வந்துட்டு 10 நிமிஷம் தான் பேசுவாங்கன்னு நீங்க சும்மா வாழ்ந்து இதான் பேச முடியல வாழ்ந்து
கதை சார்.
சார்
நான் யாருக்கு என்ன டீம் செய்யணும்?
Sir, you are speaking when you are speaking. Kalpitaka was raised her hand, sir.
Kalpitaka, why you raised your hand?
Thank you, Sylvie. Sir, can you please send the Google Meet like in our link in our WhatsApp group, sir?
Sure. I mean, I'll do that, Kalpita. I'll do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
அது அவங்களுக்கு தான் நான் கேட்பாங்க.
Sir, record the whole screen, sir.
இல்ல அது இல்ல என்னோட லேப்டாப்ல இல்ல. Okay, so we are finishing up here. Mohit, Prisha joining now doesn't make any difference. The minus is still a minus, so you are still having the minus. So I'm completely disappointed with Prisha, Advait, and Purna. They haven't informed me. Yeah, Prisha.
Sir, I'm very sorry, sir. I thought you were said to join at 9, sir. My time, EST.
No, I didn't. I said the class is going to be for 18 minutes only, and we are finishing half an hour earlier. You are doing this mistake for the second time. You have to always clarify. You've got so many friends to clarify. You got me to clarify. Then how come Vitashri is joined on time, Kiran has joined on time, Vanilla Anjana have joined on time?
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. We are finishing up here. You can join tomorrow. Now, boys and girls, do you have any questions? Because I have another speech to make, and they have already sent the link. I'll have to join them. Anything else?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
All the
No, sir.
best for your presentation, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So the people who are here are going to watch me perform. Brinda alone will leave, and Kalpita, I'll send it in a while to the WhatsApp group. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good. Sit down. Arrange yourselves properly because you are going to be seen by about 150 students. All right, so I'll send the link in the WhatsApp group. Whoever wants to join. Yes, good person. Quickly, very quickly. Come on.
Sir, can I join at 7 o'clock, sir? Because you told that your webinar is on 7 only, sir. So shall I join in 7, sir? 7 to 7:30.
Anytime, Guru Prasanna. I mean, I am not the chief person who is speaking. I'm just a guest. No, that man, that IAS officer, he's going to speak. So you can join anytime, no problem. Anyhow, I'll put in the official WhatsApp group, the link, and then you can join. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, everybody. Keep channeling strong. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye, friends. Keep staying strong.
Bye-bye.